You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet, but it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background, so it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
Jay-Z comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, "I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind," he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements.
Peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. What's going on, family? If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well for everybody. What's going on with y'all, man? Man, Tony Busby is the lawyer who's representing this Jane Doe female who's accusing Jay-Z of rape. Now, family, if you just heard that video of her being interviewed on CNN, that is the most BS I've ever heard in my life. And if you believe her story, that says a lot about you. And I would never, ever, ever want you to be on one of my juries. If you believe that, that says a lot about you. Man, listen, your dad don't recall pick you up. And he said, "No, if that happened, I would have recalled that." The musicians you said you bumped into said they wasn't even there at the time. And the girl who drove you 5 hours, coincidentally, is dead. Man, listen. Your story is so all over the place. And then let's go, come on. Then you're mentioning, right? She mentioned a celebrity female that was there. So it's just you, Jay-Z, and some celebrity female that's just as anonymous as you. Man, this is deep. This is deep as hell, because if you can push this through court, man, listen. And it's funny because in civil court, right, you need less to get a justice or get a conviction or whatever. You need less evidence. So in a criminal trial, this would never, man, this criminal trial would last a half a day trying to take him to criminal trial with these allegations. Jay-Z would spank that shit. But even in a civil trial where it's just like, okay, you basically went off the likelihood of this happening. What's the likelihood of this happening? You feel me? It don't have to actually happen. It has to be like, there has to be a likelihood of it happening. I don't even see that. Man, that story's so weak. And it's crazy because I'm not a Jay-Z fan whatsoever, right? Jay-Z, I feel like, especially with that situation with his son, what's his name, Ramir or something? Like, I feel like, especially with him, yo, that's where you lost me. You lost me with that, right? I feel like, you know that's your son, and you're doing everything you can because you offered him money, you offered him millions of dollars to go away. You told the daughter that's from Cambridge, Maryland, that you just started, accepting as your daughter. You told her if she took a sibling test, you would cut her off. So I was just like, you low-key a piece of shit. So, you know what I mean? And then, the stuff that he goes through with Dame and the stories Dame say, again, and like, I just feel like, even with that whole just you not want to take responsibility for your kids, I feel like you're a piece of shit. And then again, whoa, watch this. And even though, right, they're saying that his mom was underage, because he's saying his mom was 16 at the time that Jay-Z, was having relations with his mother. And that would be, him messing with a minor, because I think he was in his 20s at the time. But still, even with that, right, and let's say that is true, I still don't believe this story right here. This story right here is just not believable. It's just not believable. Yeah, it's not believable whatsoever. It's just so hard to fathom anyone listening to that and saying, yo, that little girl's telling the truth. Then on top of that, you got autism. Nothing wrong with having autism, but yo, the dynamic of this all is crazy as shit. And then, this little girl is white. If you see her hands in this video, she's white. She's a white girl. So your little white girl with autism, dog, just you, Jay-Z, Puffy, and the anonymous female celebrity. Nah, nobody's buying this. Nobody's buying this whatsoever. And if you're buying this, man, you're lost. You're lost. And I feel like you're just like a hater who just wants to see him go down. You feel me? You want to see him lose everything. You want to see him in Puffy's position. And again, because they saying Puffy did this too. Again, all these wild accusations with him, I wasn't never really believing a lot of the stuff with him either. Not saying that he, 100% innocent or anything, but we don't get you're not saying who's these accusers. You'll hear stories about people like Justin Bieber and stuff, but they're not involved in any of this legal stuff. People talk, he was doing stuff to Usher when he was a kid. He was doing stuff to, but they're not in his lawsuit. You feel me? They're not in Puffy's lawsuit. So it's just yo, how do y'all get away with this? Again, this is some I'm white and I say so judicial system shit. I don't have to ever say who's what. You don't get to see and we get to have to go to war in court, not knowing none of this shit. Come on, bro, this is craziness. craziness. Because even with Puffy, I feel like Puffy's case, even with the feds, I feel like it's kind of weak. I feel like y'all really don't have anything, and y'all just trying to put stuff together as you go. For real. And, you know, man, listen. The way they doing Puffy is crazy. But Jay-Z, I feel like they about to start doing him the same way. The only thing that might save Jay-Z is that you're starting off with a case where it's just like absolutely not true, right? Whereas Puffy started off where we seen him beating Kim, what's her name, Kim or whatever her name is. Yeah, he was like whooping her ass. So we seen that. So it's like, yo, now it's like all these allegations, now everybody just believing everything. He could have did it. He's a monster. He's a monster. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, but now it's like with Jay-Z, we haven't seen anything. And then the allegation that you bring up is just like so crazy. The story is so off, doesn't match whatsoever. Even the people that, you know, that she's trying to use as people that seen her and did things with her, it's like, nah, I wasn't there. I don't remember that at all. So it's just like, I don't know how you can get that off. I don't see how they can win with that in court whatsoever, even in civil court, where it's easy to win. You know what I mean? Civil court is like a shakedown, low key. You know what I'm saying? The way it's structured, that shit is like a shakedown for real. But, you know, this is the judicial system. This is how they, you know what I mean? This is how they coming. But I noticed that when it comes to us, you use the judicial system to just run a nigga straight in the hole. And then you use propaganda to make, you know, the masses believe what you're doing. You see? It's like all this stuff with Puffy. It's just like every allegation after allegation, even if the allegation doesn't make no sense whatsoever, it's like y'all just put it out there in the news and just keep it on rotate. You see? And it's just like propaganda. Same way you give propaganda to make y'all believe that every time somebody does something wrong, they have to go to jail. Like, you have to. Like, that's the solution. You feel me? It's all propaganda. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, again, back to Jay-Z, man. Woo. It's a crazy allegation. Anybody, Ray Charles can see that this is the weakest case on the planet. This is really a weak case, especially, and they was talking about, they're not counting out criminal charges. Man, he will spank this so easy in a criminal. Yo, I'm telling you, watch this. Yo, a nigga with a public defender will spank a allegation like that in criminal court. You talking about 30-something years ago or 20-something years ago? No physical evidence whatsoever, and your story has holes in it. People going against what you're saying that's supposed to be on your side. Nah, the only way you gonna get that off is if you just, again, a railroad. You get some type of all-white jury who just say, yep, I'm white and I say so, nigga, guilty. Psh. Get what I mean? And again, y'all can see that happening because you know that's not far-fetched. But I'm just saying in general, nah, that case is weak. That case is weak. Even for a civil case, that shit is weak. I'm in a civil case right now. And I'm telling you, man, that is weak. To think that you can get that man to give you some money with that, I'll go to trial in a civil case and just, you know, however, whatever happens, just happens. Because I don't feel like you're going to get no victory out of that. Even through a deposition where he would have to talk, he would be forced to answer questions and stuff. Like, what? I mean, you going to ask him about the VMAs? Like, come on, man. That little girl was not there. And even if she was there, she had to drive 5 hours. Like, somebody drove. Who drove you 5 hours somebody that was 16, 17? Because this person wasn't 13 and drove you 5 hours. You see what I'm saying? Bruh. Yo. That's the craziest story I ever heard. And then not only do you get down here to the VMAs, but these two niggas raped you. Like, boop, 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 boop. And then you called your dad to take you home. Where'd the other person go? The person who took you out there, where'd they go? Man, this is wild. That's a wild story. And she just conveniently is dead. The person who could really corroborate this whole story, dead as hell. Then you try to use your dad as taking you home. He like, bro, I don't even know. Like, I don't remember that. And I swear if that happened, I would remember it. Like, what? But yeah, family, that's what it is, man. Listen, I don't believe that one bit. Again, you know, I wish that brother the best. Especially in a situation like this, you don't want to see people and stuff like this, especially when you know it's like not true. But again, I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but this is kind of whack. This is crazy. This is really crazy, yo, to have a person claim that when they was 13, like you raped them at like some high profile celebrity event. And it just happened to be you two and it's just one other person around. Like, that's wild. Then she said Puffy's like bodyguard was like, you're like his type. Yo. Which bodyguard was this? I want to speak to him. We need to hear from this nigga. Said this girl was his type. And I'm telling you, this is like a white girl when you look at her hands and like her, because they only kind of show her hands. And again, like why don't you want to show your face? Like, listen, this whole anonymous thing is wild to me. I just feel like this is the craziest shit ever. Like how you can just be anonymous throughout. Like he don't even know what you look like or who you are. And he's like going up against you. Like that's craziness. This is your legal system that y'all put all this faith into. Bro, I'm telling you, man. And they got that shit structured where they will railroad your ass when they want to. When they feel like it, and say, nigga, you gonna sit your ass down. Yeah, nigga, you ain't getting up out of this. You see what I mean? Like, that's what it's gonna be. And I know Puffy thinking like, damn, I should have ran. As soon as they raided my shit and they ain't locked me up, I should have just slid off somewhere. For real, you should have slid off. I'm out of here. You know they coming. Just like Jay, I will fight this shit while I'm sitting somewhere else. Yeah, because what you not going to do, you're not going to do me like Puffy. Nah, I'm out of here. Where old boy at to do the yoga shit? What's his name? Russell Simmons? Where Russell at, man? I'm trying to come where you at, nigga. Slide over, nigga. Slide over. I need a little spot over here. You got this hotel bumping over here. Yeah, he did it right, too. He went and bought a hotel over that joint. He done put some money in the economy. You feel me? They ain't never gonna send you back. You feel me? What you gotta do, you gotta go over there. You gotta go somewhere else and then help them out. They say, okay, nigga, we ain't gonna let them come over here and get you. But, man, peace, love, and restoration. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Peace, love, and reparations, man. We up out of here, family. Y'all be easy, man. Be safe.